Might have been under about a million scars, wounds, tears, openings. Who knows what it was under, but it was there. And I think that's just it. I think a lot of us, we talked about in a last meeting between you and I that we all have so many gifts and talents and skills. And to me, that's what I love about the angels. To me, they help me a lot understand those gifts, talents, and skills. And they help me get to that point. And it happens within meditation, it happens within quiet studies of prayer, different things like that. And I'm always mesmerized, like even within the numbers when they start talking about it. Realize your skills, take action on your skills. I get a lot of numbers that talks about healing this planet, and there's so many that need your skills out there. And to me, that's what you've been talking about this whole time, is talking about our skills, but talking about the angelic skills. And to me, they're working together. And I really believe, this earth needs to go back through a healing process. Humanity needs to go back through a healing process. And I have a strong belief, that's one of the reasons I'm here, is to help with that healing process, to look at humanity along with many other energy workers, light seeds, whatever terminology you use, rainbow children that are out there that are here to look at how we heal humanity. And to me, I've always believed in world peace since I was a young kid. It started in eighth grade when I started marching for peace across the United States. And that feeling of peace came during that period of time. And to me, it's always been through my life in different ways, even if I pushed and rebelled against it in
Mhm.
my teenage years. But it's always been that bigger dream of peace. First it was global nuclear disarmament. I thought it was the coolest big word out there. But then it became more simplistic as you and I have laughed and talked about soul missions and journeys here on earth. That was like, let's make it more simplistic. And peace is like the one term that has always come to me. And it's one of the things that I pray for constantly is peace here on earth. And I believe we can do it, but it's going to take a lot of angels, a lot of light workers, a lot of us energy people to help make these happen. And I believe, same thing with an abundance too. There's more than enough for all of us on this earth.
Right. And I think what I've been thinking about lately is our tendency to look for what's wrong instead of what's right. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that this society that we have right now has a tendency to like push what's wrong. And it pushes what's wrong so very much that everyone's getting anxious and depressed and
Right.
and forgetting that this place can be heaven on earth if we look for what's right. you know I think it was Mr. Rogers, right? He said he was talking about how his mom used to tell him during disasters